What is going on, family? Lisa here from San Diego with Coronado Shores Company, and I have my girl Angie Marquez on with me today.
Hey guys, as she mentioned, I'm Angie and I cover pretty much Southern California area, anywhere in Los Angeles County. I got you.
Yeah, so really excited for us to be doing this again. This is our second time getting together and doing this call. So we're just gonna again touch base a little bit about what's going on in our market in our areas, um, and we're gonna keep it interesting, keep it fun. So yeah.
Okay, so do you want to get started and tell us about the San Diego tea and what's going on out there?
Sure, because I've got the tea, honey. So, so kind of like we covered the last time we had our call, the average price for a home in San Diego is around 575 at the moment. So it hasn't really dropped since the last time that we've talked. It's still pretty high up there in the 570s, depending on the area. I did a little bit of research and I focus a lot more on the South Bay. Right now, the average home price in South Bay, you guys, so like all of Chula Vista, Otay Mesa, all those places out here, we're in the 700,000 average home sales price. That is crazy.
That is
That is crazy. And the way that the houses are selling, like hotcakes, I mean, at 700,000, wow. It it's definitely not taking a break, this real estate market. So
yeah, and I'm with you too. I see the same thing happening out here. I mean, we're having extremely low inventory and monthly supply. With the Antelope Valley area specifically, a average with the ant hold on these lawnmowers, man.
I can't hear it.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess they're a little loud for me. But anyways, the Antelope Valley area, the median sales price is about 319,000. If we go into the Santa Clarita Valley, which is kind of about 40 to 45 minutes away from Palmdale and Lancaster area, um,
Okay.
110,000. Now, if you go minutes deeper or 15 minutes more south, we're about like San Fernando Valley area, about 700,000.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
still selling. The demand is still there.
Yeah, no, so still super low inventory, and we still have a crazy pool of buyers who are looking to get into homes. They're trying to take advantage of the rates right now. I know it's a little tough right now for our mortgage friends, or our our friends that are in the mortgage industry. It is a little bit tough. So we are having to practice quite a bit of patience with that side of the industry, because rates are still low, and people are definitely trying to take advantage of that. So
And to add on to what you're saying about how our lenders are, having a little much more harder time during these adaptable times. The reason for that is because volume is so high for them. So, they're experiencing full capacity work and probably a little more with the
yeah.
people that work for them. So I can't even imagine how behind or how difficult it must be to adapt this day and age right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely seeing with some lenders how rates, of course, are not at 1% or under 0%. No, that's not the case in the mortgage industry. Um, but they are having to raise a little bit more of the actual rate, um, because of the amount of volume that they're getting from everyone trying to refinance and get into a new home right now. So yeah, shout out to our lender friends.
Shout out
Thank
to
you guys so much for all your hard work and dedication.
yes, I'm with you on that. And just as far as the housing market goes, how are you being affected out in San Diego?
We're being, you know, the effects that we're having out here in San Diego due to the whole, Corona thing, it's not really been a negative one that I have seen as far as the real estate market goes. Like I said, like we touched base just now, inventory is super low. I think that might be the only setback that we have, is that people are afraid to put their house on the market for sale. But we still have so many buyers that are looking to buy, and so houses are literally flying off the market. And I'm working with a couple buyers right now, and so I can tell you firsthand, we'll look at a house that's been on the market for 3 days, and the next day or even that same day it's under contract.
Mhm.
So 3 days, it's taking 3 days to sell a house right now.
Yeah, I work with majority of my business comes from sellers for sure. So the houses that we do have available right now on the market, I mean, we've already got offers on them, and they're not under asking. They're all either at asking or above asking price. So we just put one into escrow, and we're working on another one. So hopefully things will keep going well for that. But like you said, they're flying. And as that continues to happen, we should continue real estate as per usual. As far as showings go, the state has now considered us essential, but we started being restricted with one-on-one human interactions. So I know that a lot of buyer agents are adapting to the whole idea. So one of the biggest things we're doing is doing video walkthroughs, and we've always offered this. I think now it's just becoming relevant of what's happening, but we've always seen the importance of, definitely having a video and having some great photographs for the homes that are being listed, because we know that 98% of people that start looking at homes, they start online, you know?
Yeah. Can we say that louder for the agents in the back? Professional, beautiful pictures taken of these homes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I personally am loving the effect that it's having, as far as putting houses on the market, and the lengths that we have to go. And it's not really lengths that we have to go, it's things that we should have already been doing for our sellers to begin with.
Yeah.
They are definitely deserving of our hard work and extra attention to detail. And it's really pushing, those agents to push their own envelope when it comes to helping their clients.
I agree. And, it's one of those things that like life is always testing us. And this is one of those moments where like a lot of agents are now having to adapt to these new things. And if you haven't, then you're obviously going to see, you're going to have a harder time than the agents that are adapting. So,
Right.
it's just a message to all the realtors. I definitely think if you're not doing virtual showings, jump on board because
Yeah, jump on board. And right now is not a time for anybody really to hold back on any properties that they're thinking about selling, or agents. If you know someone, and you have your listing hanging on by a thread, you're waiting for this to, like, please, we are super low inventory, and we these listings are needed right now. So
yeah. But to touch a little bit back into what's going on in the world, how are you guys adapting? What are you guys doing differently to find these solutions to be able to show the homes and
yeah, so we definitely are, like you mentioned, same for us out here. We are restricted as far as open houses go, so we cannot host open houses, and we are limiting the face-to-face contact or meetings. Um, Definitely trying to minimize the amount of people that are walking through these homes, especially if you still have people living in them, if they're tenant occupied or owner occupied homes, because obviously people are still living there. So we're definitely trying to minimize the walkthroughs of these houses. So again, same thing, we're doing virtual tours, really great pictures, and we're asking buyers if they are we're only allowing very serious buyers to walk through these houses, these listings. And maybe I know you and I are using the same tactic when it comes to you for your sellers, allowing buyers to come in, and me with working with the buyers that I'm working with at the moment. The steps that we're taking to make sure we can have a fighting chance to get in there.
Yes, yes, I definitely hear you. Yeah, well, I think, especially with the counties, as long as the counties remain open, I think we should be okay as far as like being able to close escrows or transactions that you might be in or future transactions that you might be in. So as long as that remains open, we should be
Yeah.
okay with the real estate industry. I made a video on this, and just to briefly recap, it's just one of those things where like the real estate housing market right now is not the main reason. It's not the reason why we're experiencing an economy shift. Um,
Right.
Things that are far from our control are the reason why we're going to experience an economy shift. So it's just something to keep in mind. And I don't think a lot of people should freak out about what their plans might be or if they're going to be changing. So, I mean, if you're following what I'm saying, is like if you've been on the fence about buying and you're waiting for your lease to finish, but your lease happens to be finishing during April where the Rona is a problem, I think you should still proceed with your plans, because
Absolutely.
half the time, majority of the time, when you're buying a house, you're going to probably stay there about 7 to 10 years, realistically.
Hmm.
And as long as you have the long-term goals, then obviously I think this is still the best bet for you.
Yeah, yeah, and I definitely agree with you, Angie, on that. That even if whatever your plans were or are, if the only reason you're holding back is because of this whole pandemic thing, don't let that be the reason to stop you, because the market is definitely moving, and we are in need of housing supply. And if you're a potential buyer that wants their own home, why not take advantage of the rates right now, and the times that we're in? You know, there's always a rainbow, after the rain, or whatever you guys say. You know, so definitely just look at the bright side of things, and don't let this scare you or deter you from getting
Yeah.
those real estate goals done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we're pretty much done, but did you have any maybe final thoughts or words you wanted to share with the audience, you know, before we wrap up here?
Um, not so much with real estate, but just, keep a positive mind, keep a positive attitude, and just, keep your head on your shoulders. Don't go crazy. This is temporary, and, we're all going to come out okay at the end. So,
Yeah, it's nothing like the world has never seen before. And honestly, the biggest thing is this is what I've always kind of lived my life by. And I think this is why we should always be adaptable, is the
yeah,
consistent thing out there is change. We're always going to see changes in the market. We're always going to have change of plans. And no matter what, you just got to adapt, and you got to be okay with moving forward. So that's
absolutely.
all I have to say. But we'll leave it at that. And if you have any real estate needs as far as buying in San Diego or selling in San Diego, this is Lisa. I'll have her information in the description box below. And then she'll have mine. So if you guys need to reach us, you know where to find us.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Angie.
Thank you, Lisa. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.